grade 12. Hello. Let's look at this development exercise on mechanism. There is a question paper. It's not very clear here. It's out of range of my camera. So I will use another question, another page that has the same question. Here is the mechanism that you are given. By merely looking at this mechanism, you can see that this thing is rotating that side. We don't know whether this part is fixed, but there's a slot in between there. And then here is a diagrammatic representation of what we have here on our left hand side. Let us read to this exercise. As a mechanism to open a mechanical gate on an assembly line. This is a mechanism that opens the gate, that is here. Crank OA, it is a crank. If it's a crank, it's rotating, it's a crank. When you crank something to that, it rotates. Crank OA is attached to a shaft which rotates clockwise around point O. It attached to a shaft. Here is a shaft. Crank OA. Let me read again. Crank OA is attached to a shaft which rotates clockwise around point O. Around this point O, it rotates clockwise. This part, this crank, it rotates clockwise, which is OA, rotating clockwise. Now, rod AB, this rod AB, rod AB attached to the crank at A. It is attached to the crank at this point. This rod, this single rod, that is, it is attached here. Crank at A slides freely through a fixed point at C. It slides into this groove. It will slide inside. It is part of this component C, but it's sliding inside it. It slides inside this component, and point C is fixed. This point is fixed. To slide, it rolls inside, as it cannot roll elsewhere. It will only roll here and turn around here because this part is fixed. Now, AB rotates freely about point A. AB about OA. It says, let me read again. Where am I? Am I lost now? Rod AB, this rod AB attached to crank A slides freely through point C. AB rotates freely about A. AB, it rotates about A. Is this point A? That's the one that makes it to rotate. This part will rotate according to this point A here on this side. That will make AB rotating. The AB will be rotating, also doing that. It will be moving, but this point C is fixed here. It is fixed, but this point will be doing that. It will be moving. It will also be taking the motion of this crank OA. Now, instruction. Use point O as reference to redraw the schematic drawing according to scale 1:1. Use point O. You are going to use this point O. Where is it? Here is my point O there on my drawing. Then we redraw this. You redraw what you have already been given. Thereafter, you trace the loci generated by point B located on rod AB. By point B, we are going to locate this point. You are going to trace this position B. As it will be moving up and down, how will it be moving? We'll be tracing this point B. And then we'll also trace the loci generated by point E located on rod AB. Trace the loci generated by point E. Where is point E? There is my point E there. On the other side, there is point E. Also there is point E there. You trace this point generated by this point as this thing rotates. Okay, let us redraw it. Then The radius is 40 millimeters. Radius 40 millimeters. I'll go there to my drawing. I'll take that radius of 40 millimeters. This is my radius of 40 millimeters. Actually, before you draw any circle, you make sure that you have your center line. Center line, indicate your center line there for that point, also that you know exactly where you are going to place your compass. Says it's 40 millimeters. Again, 40 millimeters. 40 millimeters, and then you have this distance of 90. You measure that distance 90. Where do I measure my 90 there? I can even measure it from the center, from my center here. I can take my 90 from my center. Let's check 90. 90 from the center, 90 millimeters. Fast forward if you know how to redraw this. Fast forward. There's my 90 somewhere here. And then you'll have to measure 20 millimeters away. 20 millimeters away. My 20 millimeters there. 20 millimeters will be there. From that part, from my 20 millimeters away, that is where I'll be locating my C. My C will be there. And then you will have my A. My A is 30 degrees here from the horizontal line. It's 30 degrees. Now if it is 30 degrees, there is my 30 degrees. Okay, I might as well divide it because it's going to rotate. I may divide it into 12 equal divisions of 30 degrees. Right, and then this part, it passes at my 30 degrees and 20 somewhere there. It will go past there. But what is the length of that? The length, the total length is 160 millimeters. I will measure 160. There is 160. 160 is there. At 160 you locate point B. B is there. A is there. O is given already. O is there. And I must measure 40. I must measure 40. I must measure this 40. Very slow. I'm very, very slow, guys. Bear with me. This guy is very, very slow. Very slow. At 40, then you locate my E there. Now, let's shoot straight now. That as this thing rotates, it is rotating clockwise. The rotation is clockwise. So this is my 0. It starts here 0 and 12. And we will have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10, 11, and 12. 0 and 12. There we are. Now, the length of that is 120. Now, from 1, as it is at 1, it will pass here at point C. Point C is fixed. Point C is fixed. It will pass at point C. So this 120 will pass at point C. I will start there. I'll measure my 120, 160, 160. This is 160. It passes there. 160. My 1 will be here. My 2 at 160. 160 passes at this point. I take a measurement of 160. I can see clearly now the rain is gone. 2, 3 is here. 163. Right round, do that right around. You don't have to be as slow as I am. I think my eyes are too sharp for me to see clearly. There is my 3 there. My 4 will also pass here at 160. Not the speed, it's not the speed. 164 is there. 160. 5 and 60. Okay, just put my point here so that it guides me. I pivot it here. 6, 160. Where is my 6, 160? Seven 160. 160. That is my 7. So 167 is nearer to 6. 7, 6. So that I'm able to see it nicely. 8 at 160. 8 at 160. 8, 9 at 160, 160 length. Put it here, it will pass here. 160. There's 9 at 160. There's 9. 10 at 160. My 10. Come on. 10 is there. 10 at 160. 10. 11 at 160. Put here. 160. 11 at 160. There's my 11. This is my 11. 12 at 160. 160 is 12. That is 160 pivots there. 160, 12. 12 will be there. Yeah, 12 is back where at point B. Now I'll be joining 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now let's start. Here is 1. You see now why I'm numbering, so that I don't get lost now. So that was my 1. From my 1, there is my 2. 2 is there, my 3 is that one, my 4, where is my 4, is here, 5, obviously 5, 165 is there, 5, 6 is there. Okay, yeah, I've numbered them. So we start from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6 and 7. Let's check. Something I don't like here. Let me verify. 6 and 7. 7, 160. Okay, see now. 7 will be there. There will be my 7s here. 7 will be here. Right. It will be 1, B to 1. From 1 it goes to 2, 2, 3. So that you're able to see. From 3 I'm locating this. I'm tracing. There is 5 to 6, 6 to 7. There we are. I'm tracing. There is my 8. I go to 8, 9, 10, 11, and back to B. I've located my point. I traced the loci generated by point B. My point B will start here. It moves 1, 2, 3 up to 12, back to there. Now they want trace the loci generated by point E. Now point E is here. Point E is there. So let's transfer now. Point E is there. There is point E to 1. 1 will be there. There is point E 1. 2 is there. 3 will be there. Is 3, and then there will be 4. Now, before I go on, I will move from E. There is my 1. Where did I start? It's from my E. Here is point. Okay, let's start here at 1. I'm sorry. I want to start at 1. 1 and 0. Yeah, 0 and 12 it's here. Here is my 1. Yeah, this is my 1. That is my 1. From E, it goes to 1. From 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. And then 4 to 5. 4 to 5. 5 to 6. 5 to, there is 6 is somewhere here. 6 to 7. 7 is there. 6 to 7. I join all my points here. And then from 7, I'll be moving to 8, 9, and done. 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So 6, 7. Oh, that was 6, 7, 8, 9. Where would be my 10? My 10 is here. 11 is there. I will take it, throw that one, and back to 12. Then I've traced all my points there. This is the point E. Point E will move around this oval shape here. And point B also will move around this also oval shape of some kind there. That is the end of the lesson. Thank you guys.